Welcome back to the channel, Coin Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into another exciting treasure hunt from the world of rare and collectible coins. In this video, we'll uncover the top 4 most valuable 5-cent Jefferson Nickels that every collector dreams of finding. These coins may look ordinary at first glance, but hidden within them are unique features, minting errors, and historical details that can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. So stay tuned till the end, because the last one on our list might just be sitting unnoticed in your collection right now. First coin. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel stands as one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in American numismatics. While millions were struck during the early years of its release, only a select few examples from this year possess the unique characteristics that make them so desirable today. Collectors are drawn to its historical design, its early position within the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, and its potential to hold substantial market value. The coin's elegant portrayal of Thomas Jefferson and the stately Monticello building on its reverse remain iconic symbols of American history. Over the decades, this coin has gained prestige among enthusiasts who appreciate not only its artistry, but also the rarity of high-quality strikes and special varieties such as the reverse of 1940. When the Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel, marking a major transition in U.S. coinage design. By 1939, production was in full swing, with mints in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco producing millions of coins. However, due to design modifications made to improve the clarity of the Monticello image, 2 distinct reverse types were minted that year, the reverse of 1938 and the reverse of 1940. This seemingly small difference would later play a huge role in the coin's rarity and desirability. The 1939 D nickel, in particular, became infamous for its low mintage and poor strike quality, making well-preserved examples exceptionally difficult to find. This coin represents a time when the U.S. Mint was refining both design and technology, reflecting America's push toward modernization during the pre-war era. Visually, the 1939 Jefferson nickel holds a classic elegance. The obverse showcases a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, framed by the inscriptions "EPLURIBUS UNUM, United States of America," and the denomination 5 cents. The coin was composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a distinctive silvery hue and durability. Early strikes often displayed exceptional detail in Jefferson's hair and the steps of Monticello, though weakly struck examples are common. Collectors often seek the sharpest examples where all 6 steps are visible, known as the coveted full steps designation, which significantly increases its desirability and market price. The rarity of the 1939 Jefferson nickel is most pronounced in the 1939 D reverse of 1940 variety, a piece that combines a low mintage with an unexpected die pairing. Only a limited number of these were struck, making them one of the most challenging coins to locate in high grade. Even the regular 1939D and 1939S issues are considered scarcer in mint state condition, especially with full steps detail. Over time, circulation wear, bag marks, and poor storage conditions have reduced the number of pristine examples available. Collectors prize these coins not only for their scarcity, but also for the technical skill required to identify and authenticate the different reverse varieties, a challenge that adds to the thrill of the hunt. In today's market, the 1939 Jefferson nickel can command impressive prices depending on condition and variety. A well-preserved, uncirculated example from Philadelphia might sell for around $850, while higher-grade pieces with full steps can easily reach $2,400. The 1939D, reverse of 1940 variety, in superb mint condition with strong detail, can fetch up to $4,700, reflecting both its rarity and collector demand. Even circulated examples of this specific variety can attract several $100s due to their scarcity. Auction records show consistent appreciation for top-quality coins, suggesting that collector interest in early Jefferson Nickels remains strong. For collectors seeking to acquire this historical treasure, careful attention to detail is essential. Authentication and grading from reputable services like PCGS or NGC are highly recommended, especially for varieties that are frequently misidentified. Buyers should examine the steps of Monticello closely, as well as the clarity of Jefferson's profile and mint marks. Proper storage in a climate-controlled environment, ideally in protective holders, will preserve the coin's luster and prevent tunning or corrosion. Collectors often network through numismatic associations, online forums, and reputable dealers to locate verified examples, as counterfeit varieties occasionally appear in circulation. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel also offers valuable lessons in coin collecting, the importance of studying die varieties, understanding minting history, and recognizing subtle design distinctions. For many, it represents more than a collectible. It's a tangible connection to America's past, embodying both artistry and technological progress. The challenge of finding a pristine specimen makes it a rewarding pursuit for both novice and veteran numismatists. In conclusion, the 1939 Jefferson Nickel stands as a cornerstone of 20th-century American coinage. Its blend of historical depth, artistic design, and scarcity has cemented its reputation as one of the most valuable early Jefferson Nickels. With prices ranging between $850 and $4,700 depending on grade and variety, it continues to hold the fascination of collectors worldwide. Beyond its monetary value, this coin reflects an era of transition, innovation, and enduring craftsmanship, qualities that ensure its legacy will remain timeless in the world of numismatics. Next coin. The 1940 Jefferson Nickel. Though this 5-cent coin might appear simple or even worn with age, beneath its tarnished surface lies a remarkable story of craftsmanship, history, and hidden value. Collectors across the world continue to seek out this piece not just for its beauty, but for its place in the early years of the Jefferson Nickel series. Even in very dirty or circulated condition, certain examples can hold impressive worth depending on their rarity and mint mark. As we explore its journey, you'll discover why the 1940 Jefferson Nickel remains one of the most captivating coins in American numismatics. The year 1940 was an important period for the United States Mint, a time when the nation was standing on the edge of World War II and coin production was in full swing to support the growing economy. The Jefferson Nickel, introduced just 2 years earlier in 1938, had already replaced the beloved Buffalo nickel, symbolizing a new era of modern American design. Coins were struck at 3 primary mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S, each producing millions of pieces. Yet, as time passed, subtle variations and striking qualities began to distinguish certain mintings from others, giving rise to the collectible value we see today. The 1940 issues are particularly noted for their detailed engravings and strong metallic composition, reflecting both artistry and utility at a pivotal moment in U.S. history. The design of the 1940 Jefferson Nickel, created by Felix Schlag, captures a sense of dignity and simplicity. On the obverse side, Thomas Jefferson faces left, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty 1940" elegantly spaced along the rim. His portrait, calm and resolute, represents leadership and enlightenment. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia, a structure that symbolizes both architectural grace and intellectual legacy. Around the image appear the words EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and the denomination 5 cents. The coin's metallic composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, gave it a rich, silvery tone when first minted, though time and circulation often darken its appearance. In very dirty condition, these details may appear muted, yet the authenticity and charm of a well-aged coin often enhance its character for collectors. When it comes to rarity, the 1940 Jefferson Nickel stands out for several key reasons. Although over 176 million coins were minted that year, finding one in pristine or even lightly circulated condition has become increasingly difficult. The wear of circulation, exposure to moisture, and general neglect have left many surviving examples tarnished or corroded. However, those rare specimens that retain sharp detail, particularly on Monticello's steps, known as full steps examples, are highly prized. The Denver and San Francisco mint issues are generally scarcer in high grades, adding to their desirability. Even a dirty coin can hide incredible value if it preserves its core details under the surface, especially after professional cleaning and certification reveal its original luster. Collector demand for the 1940 Jefferson Nickel has remained strong for decades, thanks to its connection to one of America's most enduring coin series. Enthusiasts appreciate it as part of the foundation years of the Jefferson Nickel lineage, which continues to this day. Its design consistency, historical importance, and the presence of multiple mint varieties make it a must-have for anyone building a complete Jefferson set. Unlike some later coins, the early Jefferson Nickels carry a sense of authenticity and originality, crafted during a time when the mint was refining its techniques for precision and quality. The combination of artistry, history, and tangible rarity makes this coin a standout in the eyes of serious numismatists. In today's market, the value of a 1940 Jefferson Nickel varies widely depending on condition and variety. A heavily circulated coin might bring around $650, especially if it carries a rare mint mark or strong details beneath the dirt. Coins with clear steps and minimal wear can reach $2,200, while exceptional uncirculated or certified full-step specimens can fetch as high as $4,600 at auction. Market trends show steady appreciation over the past decade, as collectors recognize the long-term potential of these early Jefferson issues. Even in less than perfect condition, the historical value and charm of this piece ensure that it remains a worthy addition to any collection. For those looking to collect or identify valuable 1940 Jefferson Nickels, attention to detail is key. Always check the reverse for clarity of Monticello's steps, a defining factor in grading and valuation. Look for clean edges, sharp lettering, and minimal surface corrosion under magnification. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC can provide authentication and improve resale value. To preserve the coin, store it in an airtight holder away from humidity or direct light. Searching coin rolls, estate sales, or family collections can sometimes yield hidden gems that have gone unnoticed for decades. The thrill of finding a rare Jefferson Nickel, especially from the early 1940s, continues to drive collectors to explore and learn more about their historical significance. As we close, the 1940 Jefferson Nickel remains a powerful reminder of America's numismatic heritage, a coin that embodies both the artistry of its design and the resilience of its era. Its combination of beauty, rarity, and value has secured its place in the hearts of collectors for generations. Whether tarnished with age or gleaming with preserved brilliance, this 5-cent piece tells a story of time, craftsmanship, and national pride. Stay tuned as we move on to our next fascinating discovery in U.S. coinage, where another hidden treasure might just surprise you with its incredible history and value. Next coin. The 1941 Jefferson Nickel is one of those fascinating pieces of American coinage that continues to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. While at first glance it might seem like an ordinary 5-cent coin from the early 1940s, its beauty, craftsmanship, and certain rare varieties make it a highly desirable find among numismatists. It represents not only a significant chapter in U.S. minting history, but also the resilience of a nation on the brink of entering World War II. Collectors today value the 1941 Jefferson Nickel for its early place in the Jefferson series, its artistic precision, and its potential to yield substantial worth when found in pristine or unique varieties. The year 1941 was a pivotal moment in American history. The nation was still recovering from the Great Depression while simultaneously preparing for possible involvement in the global conflict. The U.S. Mint continued its regular production of coinage to support economic growth and commerce, and the Jefferson Nickel played an important role in that effort. Coins were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. Each mint contributed millions of pieces, yet quality control, die wear, and metal composition differences resulted in a variety of unique strikes. This was also the last full year before wartime metal composition changes began, making the 1941 nickel a significant marker between the pre-war and wartime issues. The design of the 1941 Jefferson Nickel remains one of the most elegant ever created for U.S. coinage. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the dignified left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with "In God We Trust" and "Liberty 1941" elegantly displayed along the rim. On the reverse, the design showcases Monticello, Jefferson's stately home in Virginia, with the inscriptions EPLURIBUS UNUM, United States of America, and 5 cents. The coin's metallic composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel gave it a brilliant silver sheen when new. Measuring 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, the coin combines durability and design precision. High-grade examples often reveal intricate details in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps, features that collectors prize most. Rarity within the 1941 Jefferson Nickel series stems primarily from minting variations and condition rarity. Although over 300 million coins were produced, the real challenge lies in finding well-struck examples with sharp definition and minimal wear. The full steps designation, indicating that all 6 steps of Monticello are visible and unbroken, is extremely rare and dramatically increases value. Certain error coins, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or repunched mint marks, also command premium prices. Additionally, coins from the San Francisco Mint tend to be scarcer in top grades due to softer strikes and less consistent metal quality. Over time, circulation wear, improper cleaning, and environmental exposure have made original uncirculated examples increasingly hard to locate. In terms of market value, the 1941 Jefferson Nickel can surprise even experienced collectors. While heavily circulated examples might only hold sentimental or historical value, coins in near mint or uncirculated condition can be worth between $700 and $3,800 depending on the mint mark and grading. The most valuable are typically the 1941S and 1941D varieties with full steps detail, which can command prices exceeding $4,500 in certified mint state condition. Even proof strikes from Philadelphia, made in limited numbers for collectors, can reach impressive figures when preserved well. Market trends continue to show steady appreciation for early Jefferson Nickels, as more collectors recognize the beauty and historical importance of these pre-war pieces. For collectors looking to add a 1941 Jefferson Nickel to their collection, careful observation and authentication are essential. The first step is to inspect Monticello's steps under magnification. Clear separation of each step often indicates a higher strike quality. Checking the coin's surface for original mint luster, absence of scratches, and sharp lettering also helps determine its grade. It's advisable to have the coin professionally graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC, as certified coins often yield higher resale value. Storing these coins in a temperature-controlled, moisture-free environment is equally important to prevent tarnish or corrosion. Collectors should also keep an eye out at coin shows, reputable auctions, and online numismatic platforms, where rare high-grade examples occasionally surface. Beyond its tangible worth, the 1941 Jefferson Nickel embodies a deeper story of American resilience and innovation. It bridges the period between economic recovery and wartime transformation, serving as a snapshot of the nation's evolving identity. Collectors are drawn to its understated elegance, its link to Jefferson's legacy, and the sense of continuity it represents in U.S. coinage. Each example, whether worn and aged or brilliantly uncirculated, tells a story that resonates with both history lovers and numismatic enthusiasts alike. In conclusion, the 1941 Jefferson Nickel stands as one of the most valuable and intriguing coins of the early 20th century. With market values ranging from $700 to $4,500 for top-quality pieces, it remains a coin that offers both historical and financial reward. Its artistry, scarcity in pristine condition, and connection to a defining era in American history give it a timeless appeal. For collectors, this coin is not just a piece of metal but a link to the nation's enduring spirit and creative excellence. Whether tucked away in a vintage collection or discovered unexpectedly in an old roll, the 1941 Jefferson Nickel continues to shine as a treasured symbol of America's past and its enduring fascination with coinage. Next coin. The 1947 Jefferson Nickel from the San Francisco Mint. Though it may appear dull or dirty after decades of circulation, this small 5-cent piece holds a legacy that stretches far beyond its face value. For collectors, it represents the rebirth of American coinage following the turmoil of World War II, and it continues to attract enthusiasts for its quality craftsmanship, limited production, and timeless design. Even in very dirty condition, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel can hide remarkable details and surprising value, especially for those who know how to identify its subtle characteristics and minting history. The year 1947 marked a period of recovery and renewal for the United States. With the war finally over, the nation was rebuilding its economy, industry, and infrastructure. The U.S. Mint resumed using nickel and copper for coinage after several years of wartime silver alloy production, restoring the Jefferson Nickel to its original metallic composition. The San Francisco Mint played a smaller but significant role in this effort, producing coins that would circulate throughout the West Coast and beyond. Although over 24 million 1947 nickels were struck, the San Francisco Mint was already nearing the end of its regular nickel production, making these coins increasingly scarce in later decades. Each surviving piece today reflects the nation's transition from wartime austerity to post-war prosperity. The design of the 1947 Jefferson Nickel remained true to the vision of its creator, Felix Schlag, who had designed the coin in 1938. The obverse features a refined portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1947, elegantly arranged along the rim. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's architectural masterpiece in Virginia, stands proudly in the center, with EPLURIBUSUNUM, United States of America, and 5 cents encircling it. The mint mark S can be found to the right of Monticello, identifying its origin from San Francisco. Struck in the standard copper-nickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin originally displayed a beautiful silver-gray luster, though time, dirt, and oxidation often give it a darker patina. Even in its worn and dirty state, the artistry of its design and the symmetry of its layout remain captivating. While millions were minted, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel's rarity emerges when examining condition and strike quality. Many examples suffered from weak strikes, particularly in the details of Monticello's steps, where die pressure often failed to leave a crisp impression. Over the years, circulation, environmental exposure, and improper cleaning have left most surviving examples heavily worn or tarnished. Finding one with clear details and full steps is an exceptional challenge, and it is precisely those few that command premium prices. The San Francisco Mint's production techniques and die-wear issues have contributed to the scarcity of high-grade 1947 nickels, making them one of the most elusive post-war finds in top condition. Collectors prize the 1947 Jefferson Nickel for its place in the broader Jefferson Nickel series, a collection that chronicles America's evolving history and artistry. This particular issue represents the first full return to peacetime metal composition and minting consistency. It also stands as one of the final years in which San Francisco produced circulation nickel before pausing production until later decades. The 1947 holds a special appeal for those seeking to complete a full set of early Jefferson Nickels, especially those who appreciate the craftsmanship of mid-century American coinage. The combination of its lower mintage, post-war symbolism, and rarity in mint-state condition ensures that it remains a standout piece among collectors. In terms of market value, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel can bring surprising returns depending on its preservation. A coin in very worn or dirty condition might still fetch around $800, especially if the details remain legible and the surface shows minimal corrosion. Higher-grade examples with good eye appeal and partial steps can reach $2,600, while certified mint-state coins with full steps, showing complete clarity on Monticello's staircase, can command prices as high as $4,800 at auction. Market data continues to show steady demand for well-preserved Jefferson Nickels from this era, as more collectors focus on assembling high-quality examples of early post-war issues. For collectors seeking to identify and preserve the 1947 Jefferson Nickel, attention to detail is crucial. Begin by locating the mint mark on the reverse to confirm the S from San Francisco, and inspect the steps of Monticello for any sign of strong definition. Even in dirty condition, resist the urge to clean the coin harshly, as improper cleaning can damage its surface and drastically reduce its value. Instead, consider professional conservation or grading through certified services like PCGS or NGC, which can authenticate its originality and assign an accurate grade. Proper storage, away from moisture, air exposure, or acidic holders, is also essential to maintaining its condition. Many collectors discover hidden gems in inherited collections, estate boxes, or old coin jars, where unassuming nickels like the 1947 may have rested unnoticed for decades. In conclusion, the 1947 Jefferson Nickel stands as a symbol of American resilience and artistic excellence in the years following World War II. Its blend of historical depth, design beauty, and scarcity in top condition gives it an enduring appeal among numismatists. Even a very dirty example can carry value, history, and character that no modern coin can replicate. With prices ranging between $800 and $4,800, this 5-cent coin continues to prove that true worth lies not in its size, but in the story it tells. As we move forward, stay tuned for our next video, where we'll uncover another fascinating American coin whose hidden secrets and potential value might surprise even the most seasoned collectors.